Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Well, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the Browns' season so far, you've probably noticed that it's been a rocky start, to say the least. And honestly, in the NFL, when you start 0-2 after coming off a brutal 3-14 campaign, it's not exactly the kind of momentum you'd hope for. It's tough, it's frustrating, and it immediately raises questions about the team's future. But what's really catching fire now are the rumors swirling around some of Cleveland's veteran players, specifically Greg Newsome II and David Njoku. Yes, you heard right. These names are now being linked to trade talks, and that's raising eyebrows across the league and among Browns fans alike. It's important to understand the context here. The NFL is often described as a not-for-long league, and that phrase hits home when a team starts 0-2 and looks like it might be heading for a long season. The Browns, with their high expectations coming into 2023, now find themselves in a tricky spot. The early signs suggest that, unless something dramatically changes, this team might be heading toward a rebuild or at least some serious roster reshaping. That's why trade rumors about veterans like Greg Newsome II and David Njoku are gaining traction. These are players with significant experience, both of whom are in the final years of their contracts, and their futures with Cleveland are being evaluated in real time. Let's talk about Njoku first. The tight end position has always been a key part of Cleveland's offense, especially with Deshaun Watson now at the helm. Njoku, coming into a contract year, has been a standout performer when healthy. He's regarded as one of the league's better tight ends, capable of making plays down the field and providing a reliable target in crucial moments. But this season, the Browns have a promising rookie, Harold Fannin Jr., who's already showing flashes of brilliance at just 21 years old. His early production suggests that Cleveland might be looking at the future at tight end and could be open to moving Njoku if the team doesn't turn things around quickly. Remember, with a team that's already planning for the future, getting some draft capital in return could be a smart move, especially if the team falls further behind in the standings. Now, Newsome is a different story. He's been a mainstay in the secondary for Cleveland for 5 years now, a reliable cornerback who's contributed heavily to the defense's success over the years. But he's also hitting free agency this offseason, which puts his future with the Browns in question. If the team decides to go in a different direction, especially if they are looking to rebuild or retool, trading Newsome could make sense. His value in the league is high, and teams looking for a solid cornerback could be very interested, especially with the season not going as planned for Cleveland. Looking ahead, the Browns have some tough opponents on the horizon. This Sunday, they face the Green Bay Packers, a game that could set the tone for the rest of their season. After that, they'll go up against the Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, and Pittsburgh Steelers, some of the league's toughest teams. If the pattern continues and Cleveland drops to 0-4 or even 0-6, don't be surprised if these veteran players, along with others, find themselves on the trade block before the November deadline. It's the harsh reality of NFL life. If the season looks lost, teams often start to move assets to build for the future, especially when they're already considering draft picks for 2024 or beyond. What's really striking about this situation is how it reflects the broader picture of the Browns' current roster management and strategic approach. Cleveland has invested heavily in Deshaun Watson, hoping that he can be the franchise quarterback to finally bring a Super Bowl to Ohio. But so far, the results haven't matched the expectations. The offensive line has struggled at times to protect Watson, and the defense, which was supposed to be a strength, has faced its own issues. Yet, amidst all this, the team's management seems to be already contemplating a recalibration, perhaps leaning into a rebuild rather than a quick fix. The trade rumors surrounding Njoku and Newsome also highlight the importance of draft capital and roster flexibility in today's NFL. Teams that are in a rebuild mode often look for ways to stockpile draft picks, And that's where experienced players like Njoku, especially in a contract year, become valuable assets. They can bring in picks and help accelerate the rebuilding process. The Browns, with their 2 first-round picks in 2024, are in a position where they could get creative, especially if the season continues to spiral downward. It's also worth mentioning how the fan base is reacting to all this. Browns fans are known for their passionate support, but there's an understandable level of frustration when the team doesn't perform up to expectations. The optimism that came with signing Watson and making some big offseason moves is now tempered by the reality of a tough start. Still, even amid the disappointment, there's a sense that the front office is analyzing everything carefully, and these trade rumors could be more about strategic planning than outright panic. In terms of the players themselves, Njoku and Nuzom are not just tradable assets, they are also talented players who have contributed significantly when healthy. Njoku's ability to stretch the field and block when needed makes him a versatile tight end, and he's been a reliable target in the red zone. Nuzom, on the other hand, has shown great coverage skills and ball skills, making him a key piece of Cleveland's secondary. But with the season not going as planned, and with the possibility of losing both players for nothing in free agency, the Browns might be tempted to cash in now for additional draft assets that can help the team in the long run. Of course, these are just rumors for now, and nothing is set in stone. But the NFL is a league where decisions are made quickly, and if the season continues to look bleak, expect the trade chatter to intensify. The Browns' management has shown in recent years that they're not afraid to shake things up when necessary, and with the upcoming stretch of tough games, that could be on the horizon sooner rather than later. Now, it's important to remember that the Browns still have talent and potential. Deshaun Watson has shown flashes of his former self, and the team's young players like Harold Fannin Jr. are promising. But the reality is, in a league as competitive as the NFL, you need wins and fast. If the team doesn't find a way to turn things around, they might be forced into a tough decision. Either hold on to these veterans and hope for a turnaround or trade them away to start rebuilding with draft picks and younger talent. It's the kind of dilemma that every NFL team faces at some point, especially when the results aren't coming. So, Browns fans, what do you think about all this? Are you worried about the team's direction? Do you believe Njoku and Nuzom are better off staying in Cleveland, or do you see the potential for trades as a smart move? It's a critical moment for the franchise, and your opinions matter. This season may be shaping up to be a defining one, not just for the team's record but for its future identity. And remember, I'll be here bringing you the latest updates, inside scoops, and analysis on everything Cleveland Browns. We're in this together, and I want to hear your thoughts and predictions as we move through this roller coaster of a season. The NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is for sure, Cleveland Browns fans are among the most passionate in the league, and we're ready to face whatever comes next with hope, resilience, and that never-say-die attitude that defines our team. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the key question for Browns fans is, how will this team respond? Will they rally and find a way to turn their season around, or are we heading toward a more significant rebuild? The upcoming games will be crucial, not just for the standings but for the future of the roster. If the team continues to struggle, the trade deadline in November could see some of these veterans, like Njoku and Nuzom, wearing new jerseys before the season even ends. That's the nature of this league. Alliances shift, players move around, and teams adapt to the circumstances. But no matter what happens, Cleveland fans can rest assured that the passion for their team remains unwavering. We've seen this city support their Browns through thick and thin, and that won't change just because of a tough start. It's in our DNA to believe, to hope, and to keep fighting alongside our team. As we watch the season unfold, one thing remains clear: the Browns are at a crossroads. They have the talent, they have the potential, but they also face the harsh realities of NFL competition. Whether these trade rumors become reality or not, one thing is certain: this team is in a pivotal moment, and how they respond could shape the franchise's future for years to come. So, Browns fans, stay tuned, stay vocal, and keep that passion alive. Because no matter what, we're in this together, and I'll be right here with you, bringing all the latest updates, analysis, and insights. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Browns.